Holy shit. Okay. Holy shit. So common side effects. We did it. Listen, I didn't mean to make another video about this so soon, but my dumbass didn't realize that this is the first season, so we're not going to get a whole lot of episodes, I guess. I assumed that we were going to get a little bit more here. And so we got to the finale awfully fast. And I just wanted to make this video because the finale was so incredibly good that I can't stand for it enough. So without taking up too much of your time, let's common side effects, okay? So, as you may remember, at the end of the last episode, Marshall was pushed down the hill by Hely, died. Capano ends up finding him with a mushroom, feeding it to him, and he has, you know, when he's in the gate area that he talks about, which is like before you come back from your traumatic experience, he sees Frances at the dinner table that she's actually at having lunch with like some kind of reps, right? He touches her and it affects her. So I don't think he realizes that on his side that it actually affected her, but the wine spilled and he decided to draw the mountain that he had brought up to her before, the elephant-shaped mountain. And she immediately like picked up on that was Marshall. And I really liked how they did that. And I really like that these characters are like what does that mean? What does that mean for the shroom? Okay, this blue angel, as Hely likes to call it, which I do think is kind of a cool name for the mushroom. You know, what does that mean? Especially because right on the tail of that, you have the big man himself OD out on some shrooms, and his experience in the gate is unlike anyone else's experience that we have seen thus far. His experience is dark and terrifying. You know, for the most part, when people are in the gate, they see this little creature, you know, kind of bouncing around, turning into different shapes and stuff. It's very, like, interesting. But his was really dark.
Get in your truck and get out of here.
No, I can't go. Not without...
Socrates.
Is this all real?
This is very fucking real.
And just like that, you have my boy becoming instantly my favorite character. Capano is probably one of my favorite characters so far. In the entire series. I really like Capano. I like how mysterious he is, and I like how deep he is when it comes to his investigations and detecting, if you will. So yeah, I can't help it. He's just taken my fucking heart, man. You know, Rusty was really funny. He was really funny. Spoiler alert: he basically causes a gigantic explosion, issues with a helicopter during the raid. Probably a couple people to die, or at least be horribly traumatized by this. While on top of all of that, also somehow being able to get himself killed in a world where, or in a job, in a position where he's literally around a magic mushroom, he finds a way to get himself killed. So, yeah, that sucks. Rest in peace, our boy Rusty. He was definitely funny. And he also got my boy Capano shot, which I didn't appreciate that too much. The raid scene was impeccably good. It was insane. Very fast-paced, very stressful for everybody. You know, Harrington, or is it Harrison? Capano and Harrington, I don't know, was in the Jeep that got flipped by Rusty when he like rolled by on his bike, and so you know, she hops out. She's like, "Oh no, what the hell, man?" She gets him help, takes him to a hospital, and I thought that was interesting. And then we get to slow down a lot with Frances and her experience, which, I mean, damn, her. What would you call? What is it called when you do acid and you have like after highs, where it's like months later you go to like pop your back or something, and then all of a sudden you have like a flashback, I guess technically. It's like she's having those waking highs, and that's got to be like a terrifying side effect. I mean, that can't be good, and the shit she's seeing is pretty intense. But she's taking a step away from the pharmaceutical the same way that Marshall was taking a step away from Hely and her operation before it got raided. That's why she killed him, and Frances on her own just bounced. She was like, I can't. This is, you know, he wants to do the synthetic way. He wants it to do through insurance, but she just wants this to be an available thing to kind of get it all out of the way and just make sure that anyone who needs it has it.
You look like shit.
And then, you know, of course, we've got so much going on in this episode, and they are really building up a lot for season 2. I really appreciate it. Harrington and Capano in the hospital. She has the mushroom. She gives that to him, and I think that is that has to be like an interesting development. And it's I'm a little worried. I'm a little worried because again, where everyone is having all these different experiences. Now Capano woke up, which good. They do show a flash of that at the end of the season there, where he's doing a little bit of a push up. But yeah, it was weird. It was kind of scary to see just how bad it got, how fast. And you knew it would. They even mentioned that it would, and they found out Marshall was alive, and it just turned into an entire thing. So, with that said, we finally get both of our main characters. They both went to the Elephant Rock after Marshall was saved. Capano got him the fuck out of there. He went to the Elephant Rock, where Francis is. And we get what is probably one of my favorite moments so far in this season. Series, I guess, to this point. But, it's just them sitting in front of a sunset, kind of talking it out and figuring what's the plan here? Where do we go? What's the next move? And it's heartfelt. I can't help but really love it. And the mysterious mushroom here, I'm so excited to see what comes next. And I know Marshall's friend got his the rocker druggy guy. I can't remember his name. The animal store owner got his like a shipment of turtles, and then I think Hely was out here doing some pretty wild shit. I think she was kicking like a bucket. But yeah, like I said, I didn't mean to take up everybody's time so much with two of these videos almost back to back. I know that the last video I technically dropped was a common side effect video. But yeah, I got slapped in the face by the season finale and didn't realize how much I was going to love it. With that being said, let me know what y'all think, if anyone cares to do so. But common side effects, man, 10 out of 10, baby. Keep that shit coming. Whoever's doing this, do more of that. And I want it. Give me that shit. Anyways, catch you in the next one.
I don't think this mushroom's done with us. Maybe if we do everything right, we can heal the world.
Why don't we, let's start tomorrow.